when I worked in the NBA, like they almost operate with a different branch of medicine. If somebody gets hurt, there's like a team that comes together, and they've got all the different resources to do that. The other interesting thing about it is that at these high levels of sports, there's no worry about client retention, right? Like at their doctor's office, your PT's office, like there's somebody in there who's like crunching the numbers and wondering like what the lifetime value of each individual is. And so when we built this clinic, we wanted to not be like that. We wanted to operate under this professional sports world where the only mission was to get you healthy and feeling good and back on the court and back onto whatever it is that you were doing as quick as humanly possible. And then at the end, it's done. Like you don't come back. That's the goal. And so in pro sports and in high level collegiate sports, like that's what's occurring. And again, the only mission is not, how many dollars is this person going to spend with us? We don't have to worry about lead generation at that level. They're coming in, but the team comes together. There's multifaceted. There's all sorts of different people and specialists that are working at you and hitting you from each angle. And then on the complete opposite side is for the everyday person. They are going to the gym. They're coming up with a workout they found on Instagram or YouTube or an influencer of some sort. Their diet is what their diet is. Mental skills is not really part of the equation. Sometimes is, but it looks a little different. Maybe you get patchwork of systems. But I guess what I really want to know is what in your world, what in your view, what is the difference? What is the difference between somebody who is taking care of their body at that level versus, an accountant, somebody who is, working a 9 to 5 at an office in a cubicle? What don't they see?
They make it a priority. Because at the end of the day, no one is going to look more after your health than you. And that applies not just to the athlete, that applies to anyone in any occupation. You must be the one that gives the most bleeps, whatever, the most fucks about your health.
Yeah.
And I think what we do really well is we provide a great, phenomenal support system for people who have kind of given up on the traditional healthcare network. But even then, right? We can bring a horse to water, but we can't make it drink. And I think one of the reasons that we have success with so many of our clients is that they're motivated. They want to get better.
That is true.
And so it's way easier to coach somebody and to help them when they're more motivated than anyone else to get themselves better. And we're just here to show them the way.
Yeah.
But yeah, they make it a priority, whether it's their sport, their mobility, their strength, whatever they need to work on, they're making it a priority. And just because you're not a D1 athlete, just because you're not a pro level athlete, you got to make your own health a priority.
I'll say this too, and I know what people are going to say out there, and I understand and respect it. Like they're going to say that we don't have time, I have kids, I have work, I have all these responsibilities, and that's understandable. However, it doesn't change the reality, right? Like there's requirements. There's a minimum requirement to owning a healthy human body. Like that, there's upkeep to it, right? And so what I do think that maybe some folks might see is they'll say, I'm not trying to be a professional athlete. I'm not trying to play Big Ten football. And I agree with that, right? But you don't necessarily need to get to that level to be pain free. Like you can be way before that, before you're pain free. But again, there's like a minimum passing score. Like you have to do certain things, and the older you get, the harder things fall apart. And I think that's why people end up there.